lipstick.
I didn't do
Look
it.
at this. Look at this. Let me see that. Hold on.
Bougie
Are we
ass.
rolling?
Jackie made
Look at
it.
She got the Bed
Look
Bath
at-
and
look at
Beyond
this.
Body Works on with
Look
the
at
bedazzle.
this.
Lip.
Talking about Miss Jackie on?
Yes.
Jackie, shout out to Jackie, girl. Look at this. What's this is called? J Nona Collection.
Nona.
Is it Nona?
Genova.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
friend of yours?
Genova.
Nova.
What it say? Oh,
J
Nova. That's like an N to me.
Wait, that's a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's raw. That's
Very
raw.
good.
Okay, I
See,
take
you're
it
trying to make
back.
fun of me.
I take it back. I was wrong.
J Nova Collect. Nah, it's a lot still. But I love the product. You know what I'm saying? I love to get your, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing, Jackie.
You making sure it's seen.
But she came out bloody with the.
Damn.
But look at the outfit though. Check the
Bed Bath
outfit.
and Beyond Body
Check the out-
Works.
no.
Y'all hating 'cause
Hey,
y'all ain't
look
as
at the
cozy as
outfit.
me.
I'm jealous as shit. I thought I was doing something with this
Bruh,
sweater and these
look.
shorts. Shout out
Came
to
in with
Legacy
the
88.
corduroy jacket. Shit. I ain't doing shit.
Right, we trying to go comfy today. She came here with the couch. Nigga just put she
whole
said, put the
comforter.
whole couch on me.
a
Fuck
whole
it.
throw blanket right now.
So what's up? It's your boy Long Live Mosi.
It's your girl Tori Camille.
And I'm back. It's your boy Ty Gibbs. Hello.
We are
Hi.
back with another episode of The Up, and it's about time. First off, we're not even going to talk about Tori outfit no more. Yes, we are. We're going to get back to that. But we're going to talk about the missing piece who ain't been here for like the past 5 years, even though we only been doing this podcast for like 6 months. But anyways, Ty, I mean, where you been at? What's up, bro? Like, what's going on with you? Like, you don't like us no more?
Low key, you know what? I was just tired of y'all niggas for a little bit.
Oh.
Oh,
I was
damn.
like, you know what?
Well,
They get
well,
on my nerves. It's like it's all in my space. You know
I was
what I'm
sensing
saying?
that.
No, I had a lapse in health. I was a little dramatic. I went to the snow and I came back and I coughed.
This nigga thought he had COVID.
And I was like,
He was
I
heckin'
was
concerned.
like, yo,
He said, I ain't gonna make
it's
it this week.
bad. I'm dying.
Pray for me.
I'm going to get this test and I'll be back.
And
It came
that's
out-
exactly what he said in the group checks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
And then I had some tea and some herbal remedies.
Did you drink did you eat or drink sea moss?
No, I didn't do the sea moss.
You tried that?
See, what I had
I'm an advocate
I
for sea moss. I
what I-
haven't ate it or drank it in a minute, but I love that shit.
Really?
I got to re-up on it.
can't
I
do
heard
it.
it's really fishy.
Well, see, what I do is my remedy. You know, I get some Lipton tea,
So you
raw honey. I get a little bit of that sea moss. You know what I'm saying? You can make it in I get the gel version of the sea moss. Yeah. Shout out to Hella Healthy. It's my homegirl Simone. She do her. She makes the sea moss with like different flavors
where
and different.
at?
Oh, I seen the
need to
link.
know. Yeah.
I seen
yeah,
the
we
link.
gonna drop
I
that
seen the
link.
link. Yeah. So matter of fact, she'll be in Hawaii with us.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Bring all
she-
that
I was
shit.
about to say,
Bring
tell
all
her
that,
to
bring all that
sea
shit.
moss.
We'll be healthy for a week.
She
Shit,
gonna
just
go to the beach. She gonna make it from scratch.
And well, I put it in my tea, the Lipton tea. I don't use sugar. I use raw honey. And then I put the sea moss in there, and I just mix it up. And you don't even like
taste
you don't
it?
taste nothing like that.
Really?
Huh.
I heard different.
I'm gonna have to try it. Yeah, me too. I heard
For
that
real?
nasty
Yeah,
as
like the
Well,
texture.
that's
of
because
it,
people probably eat it off the spoon,
just like raw.
just raw. Like that's. I
But
used
ain't
to
that
do
the
that.
best way to get it?
hell. How do you eat
that
it?
sound
How
bad.
you eat it?
Depends on you can make a smoothie, shake, tea. It just depends on how you make it. You can eat like you know what I'm saying. Like you can make it into the gel. You can eat it raw. You can cook it. It's
But like, what is it? It's like,
sea moss. Literally,
From
the
the sea?
like they pick it,
and they.
put it in a bag.
Oh,
I mean, they clean it up. What's the process of cleaning it and shit like that? She said, "See,
I'm like,
look."
what's going on in my head? I'm like,
But
yeah.
it makes your
nasty.
skin clear. It gives you it boosts your immune system. It helps you with your metabolism. Like it's like a lot of pros.
So
to eat
basically,
sea
it
moss.
turns you into a superhuman.
No, it boosts your superhero powers.
That
Oh
you
yeah,
already
we did
got.
get some powers.
Yeah.
We
We
did
Right,
on,
we did.
on December
Yeah,
21st.
what
We
y'all
been
did?
got them. I got the ability to not slap the shit out of somebody when I want to.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Because
a
I was
real
out
good
here
one.
slapping the shit out
Whenever
of
you
people left and
want
right. Whenever you want, I was out here giving it to them
They don't even see it coming. That's crazy.
at all.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So this year has been full of.
It's
we on
starting
what we
already.
on day 10, day 10 to 20,
So we can
21.
show-
Man,
And I feel like we've had a
2020
lot
part two.
of.
It's showing
no,
out
this is
already.
the sequel.
Yeah, this is.
We've had a lot of things happen. I don't know if y'all heard about the rumors going on with Kanye West and
straight rumors.
Oh man.
what's the
Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star.
That
Yeah,
is some mess right there. I
My
do
manager-
not believe that at all.
My manager is probably the biggest diehard fan.
Of Jeffree Star?
And the first thing I said, no, of Kanye.
Oh, I was about to say. We both we was like Jeffree Star.
Y'all said at the same time.
We was judging like.
I hate how your heads both said. I don't even know who Jeffree Star is.
He's a makeup artist.
Oh, where?
I
That's all
don't know
they
who.
say.
I don't know who the person is because I don't know how that person identifies
Let me show
himself.
y'all. Oh.
You know, I don't know how they identify themselves.
right.
I heard
don't
somebody
either.
refer to him as she, so I'm guessing he.
But that's we
you don't know
have
his
to figure
pronoun?
out
Is he?
their pronouns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
it's
I
like,
don't want to
is he
disrespect
trans?
nobody, but I don't really know that
I don't
person.
know either.
I just know them through like the media and what's been said or what's been going on. But rumor has it that that person and Kanye West had an affair.
Oof! Whoa!
Yeah. Let me
And
show
that
you.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even really look into it because it just seemed
It's
so
off,
bizarre to me.
yeah.
Like it's just something just
Y'all
for
think
people.
it's
Fake.
yeah? You
I
think it's
think it's
factual or
hecka
fake?
Honestly,
Well,
I wouldn't put nothing past these freaky ass celebrities.
What?
Hey, I said the same. I said Hollywood. I don't put nothing past him.
Now with this particular incident,
Oh.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I don't think so.
With this particular incident, I'm not gonna say yes or no because I don't really know and I don't really care to know. But you know what I'm saying. But in Hollywood, like the stuff that I've seen with my own eyes and the stuff that I've heard from people who have experienced these things, it'd be some freaky ass celebrities. Like,
It reminds me of that part of stand up of Cat Williams. He was talking about was it Prince when he went to the mansion party?
I thought it was Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, it's Dave Chappelle.
Was that Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
That wasn't Cat.
Nah,
I thought it was Dave
it's
Chappelle. Remember, he did a
He
whole
was like,
skit. Game
"You can't."
blouses. No, that was Rick James.
But that was the.
No, but y'all know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
he did do the.
He did-
yeah,
Rick
he did
James.
that too.
It was Cat Williams, or was he talking about R. Kelly at the mansion party? He invited him to a mansion party.
I don't know.
He like opened the door. He was just like, "Oh,
Well, we don't care who it is. Tell us a story. I want to know now.
I don't know. It's no fun telling it. Y'all ain't seen
It?
the
So
stand-up?
it's probably not as funny.
It was just talking about R. Kelly invited him to a mansion party, and he was like, that was like his introduction in Hollywood, and he was just like, there was all types of different shit that he didn't, you know. He was like, oh, y'all on some other shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of that is to say Hollywood be on some
Dang.
on some
Y'all was
on
supposed to
some
laugh.
freaky deep. You said what?
I said I'm upset now. It was supposed to,
Oh,
I thought we was all gonna have
Wait,
like,
wait.
yeah, but oof.
H.A.
anyways, I know y'all heard about what happened. Was it on the? Let me see. It was on the 6th of January.
Yeah, it was on that winter day.
Yeah.
Oh, about what happened at the Capitol.
Well, they stormed the
Who
castle.
didn't see that?
Right.
That's
so. For those who don't
crazy.
know, I'm going to read this Wikipedia article.
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Article.
Find it.
I was like,
Stupid
what are you
ass.
trying to say?
Yeah, on January 6, 2021, thousands of rioters supported United States President Donald Trump's attempt to overturn a defeat in the November 2020 presidential election, stormed the United States Capitol.
Stormed.
Right. After breaching multiple police perimeters, they occupied, vandalized, and ransacked parts of the building for several hours.
Boy.
Several hours.
But they even stole a podium.
They stole a whole podium.
Wow,
and got a
that
picture
is
of it.
crazy
Though.
to me.
They got pictures of what they did, and they still out here living the best
Bro,
life.
just went home. Like,
Went
all right,
home
y'all.
with their kids and family. Like, you said what?
Well,
Yeah, some people got arrested.
let's start from the beginning. Let's take it to the top. How does this even happen?
Bro.
Because they white privilege.
No, I believe they knew. Like this, I've heard there's like some Trump app they had where you
Parler.
Yeah, so I would like to think that he probably, because he had that saying where he was like, we're gonna storm, we're gonna walk the.
Yeah.
you
He
know what I'm
incited
saying?
it.
Right.
He incited the violence.
So that's what happened. Like that's what I feel like happened because you seen police letting people in.
Right.
Like you seen them letting them in. There's
Right,
pictures
right,
with
right,
them taking pictures with
Right.
the people who
Selfies and
stormed.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely that wouldn't have happened if they knew that people of color was coming to do that. They would have been already like guards everywhere. They want to do
Right,
it
right,
later
right.
after
The
everybody
army.
started disrespecting the place.
Uh oh. Y'all done got Tori upset in this moment.
she
Wait
riled
a
up.
minute. Y'all come storming the place. Damn.
She put emphasis.
Right. But okay. So how is President Trump? You're saying that he
orchestrated.
So
he incited that.
So it's a conspiracy to say.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely know. I mean, I feel like everybody knew. They didn't know it would probably get to that extent, like how it went. But I believe they knew it was about to go down.
Like it was premeditated.
Yeah,
and I definitely agree because I've seen multiple videos on Twitter and Instagram of whole plane rides full of Trump supporters on the way to the Capitol. Like on the 4th, the 5th, and I believe the day of the incident.
Wow.
Like they were plane fulls. Like I saw a video of they were like singing the national anthem and shit. Like President Trump, Trump.
Lord.
Like craziness.
People was all from all over the country that was there.
Like, okay,
That's
so we
crazy.
got I guess we could say the how. We answered the how. Because I really want to break this shit down today because to me this is I'll say later, but to me, this is so important that we speak about this because incidents like this have happened in the past in history, and it never turned out great for the opposite side. You know what I'm saying? So the how, the why did this take place?
That's a good question because you mentioned it somewhere earlier on social media, and I was saying this too for like the past week. I don't understand why people are fighting and are angry and upset over this man who doesn't know them, doesn't care about them. He's literally in this whole presidency as a business move to me, as my personal opinion. So I'm still trying to figure out like, why are y'all so inclined
so
over this man who don't give two shits about this country and making the dumbest, most reckless decisions and inciting violence?
So why do you think? Like if you had to say like why they doing it, if I was like why are they rioting and why are they storming the Capitol? What would you say right now?
Dang, where would I start? I would say why.
It's a long list. Where you want me to start, nigga?
Man, I don't know, man. I would say it's just it's solely off the things the empty promises he makes to these people.
It's manipulation.
I definitely feel like manipulation in the words he chooses to say versus it being on a podium or being on Twitter.
And that
has heavily carried along with these people who are white supremacists.
Right.
Or just some straight up hillbillies in the boondocks.
Right. And that goes hand in hand with what I was saying in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to just say it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is the very, very start of a dictatorship.
Yes.
Not even the blind, because I would say Trump is a very smart man.
Bro.
A smart man leading the blind, and making them feel a certain way about a certain thing, which I'll get to later. But Tori, what about you? Like,
well, I can't say why I think they're doing it, but I wanted to agree with Tyler with I think the reason. Okay, maybe I do know the reason why. I do know the reason why, but
give me your personal perspective on it, like your opinion.
Like you said, they're being deceived, and they think this guy cares for him. They think he's done wonders in the world. Because yes, there is some positives that he has done, but that doesn't justify the things that he, you know what I'm saying, that he's done to this world. Like people see it now, which is mind blowing for me that they're just now realizing like he ain't about nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's definitely what it is. They're just being deceived of like, obviously they got more money, or you're getting your stimulus check, so you're feeling like, man, he's doing great things for the world, and like economy went down, so they feel like, you know what I'm saying, they're getting deceived by all those things and not seeing what's really behind the mask.
Right. Yeah.
Politically, Donald Trump has done a lot of things that are good.
Business wise, definitely.
In his administration.
Sure.
Yeah.
In his administration.
Yeah.
He's from what I know, the little things that I do know.
Right.
He has done some things for the people. How he goes about it, it's a different story. But I believe the why people are storming the Capitol the way they are, and why they so focused on Trump and trying to push this Trump narrative is simply due to white supremacy.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Trump was able to let them feel secure about who they truly are without having to hide behind democracy or even sheets. You know what I'm saying? Like, without having to hide behind them really wanting to say what they want to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And it's just funny to me because I posted a meme. You know the Spider-Man meme where they all pointing at each other?
Seen that.
And it's a Trump flag, it's a Nazi flag.
And a blue flag.
The Blue Lives Matter flag, and then it's the Confederate flag. And they're all pointing at each other, basically saying it's the same shit. I just feel like those flags pretty much represent the same thing.
Hatred.
In a different way. Mm-hmm. Not even hatred.
Maybe they're all the same flag with just different interpretations.
That's exactly what it is, Tori. And it's crazy because every flag that they praise has lost when it came to a civil war or a civil dispute.
Mm-hmm.
The Confederates lost. Yep. The Nazis lost. Like the Trump you lost. Like, so you know what I'm saying? The Blue Lives Matter, I don't even think that even makes fucking sense because you're not blue.
It shouldn't even be a flag.
Right, like Blue Lives Matter is just a counter Black Lives Matter. Blacks we consider them people, right? Right. So we don't consider blues people. Right. We consider blue as a job, as a uniform that they get to go home, they get to take off when they get off of work.
Exactly.
I can't take black off. That's who I am when you see me. That's who I am when I talk. That's who I am when I present myself.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just a cover up for another group of white supremacy. And when I say white supremacy, I don't necessarily mean like kill everybody else that's not white. No. I mean the power of being, that privilege of being white.
Right. Yeah.
That I get to
storm the Capitol.
Right, and walk home.
Yeah.
Go to
God
Starbucks,
forbid that was not even, because it was how many, it was like what, thousands of people out there? Yeah. God forbid it was 100 black people just upset. We would have had the whole goddamn National Guard out there.
Yeah.
And it showed in the Black Lives Matter protests.
Crazy part is I was looking up stuff to like, after I saw that, I started going back and looking on things by like last summer and stuff. Mm-hmm. And anytime there was a peaceful protest, they had the National Guard, the Army, our own soldiers, fully on the Capitol lawn, on the steps, everywhere. Bro. You couldn't even get remotely close to the
before it even happened though. They only heard about it and had the National Guard out.
Right.
It didn't even happen.
They had them out there like weeks ahead of time. They was stationed there.
Yeah.
And that just goes back to my point on why the majority. Excuse me, I'm burping. I had Chipotle this morning.
Ooh, that sounds good.
This morning. Well, it was like one.
What'd you have?
It was like one or two.
That's a great breakfast.
Yeah.
Is it?
Them tacos is crazy. But
I ain't never had them.
I feel like white supremacy is. Y'all niggas stupid. I feel like white supremacy is just they're using the Trump administration to push their ideology or agendas.
I think it's hella simple.
What's that?
People want Trump in office because they now have a socially acceptable mascot that doesn't involve white sheets.
And that's my
this
point.
This allows them to openly be for their country, but in a very white supremacist, racist way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Literally,
that's crazy.
A lot of black people voted for Barack Obama
because he was black.
And then worried about his whole platform.
Right.
White people, YT people.
YTs.
The YTs.
YTS, that's a new way to spell
They
whites.
literally vote for they people to press their agenda of white supremacy.
But they have that privilege.
They do have that privilege.
We don't.
They've had that privilege
when you have
40-something other times.
When you have 43 presidents that are white, you get to pick from morals and politics. When you got one black, we have to get him in.
So think about this though. Think about this.
We have to change history regardless.
So and it's taboo to push a black agenda on a white America. Even when Barack Obama was in office, he pushed the LGBTQ agenda, not the black agenda. Not gonna lie, I got that from Dr. Umar. I'm not gonna lie, but
he pushed that agenda because nobody else did, and he needed those votes.
Yeah.
That's a strategic move.
Yeah, that was definitely a smart move.
Not defending Obama or nothing like that.
shit,
But I mean,
if enough
nigga,
black people,
if Joe Biden go on TV and say, if you're not voting Biden, you ain't black.
political move too.
Right.
Yeah. That one didn't work though.
But if
he in office.
if you got the vote off of a black vote,
backing it up.
But go ahead.
but if you got the vote off a black vote, then doesn't that say something? Shouldn't your cabinet, shouldn't your platform support who voted for you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can go a long way, but
Right.
that goes again. The white people, the nationalists, the Blue Lives Matter movement, the All Lives Matter movement, it all happened. They all voted for Trump because they were voting for an icon.
Yeah.
An icon
They
of
voted
white
against
supremacy.
Obama.
Now check this out. If you ever see Donald Trump speak, you can look it up on Google too. Type in white power sign. Yep. He always does this.
Wow.
I guarantee
Sure.
it. White power, like on some real
He's always
shit.
like, see,
Hey, I swear he
when
was
I
subliminal.
talk to you guys, I mean everything
You sound like
You sound like
that I say. That's how you know I don't listen to him. I don't even know what the nigga voice sound like.
Is that Clinton or
right. My fellow Americans.
No, he's like,
nah, but
people love me?
Y'all all
Obama
are
does this
horrible
one. He
at
does this one.
Yeah.
My fellow Americans. What's that? That's George Bush. My fellow Americans. What's that? Bill Clinton.
You can't get nobody right, goddamn.
Nigga, he said, look, the hell with them all. How about
There
that?
will be change.
All 45 of them.
yeah, my bad. I think I cut you off too at one point. If you want to come back on it,
If he sounds stuffy, it's because he got 2 of these in his nose. He right. He got 8 of these balled up and put in his nose. And
goddamn near tampons.
But absolutely, you right though.
But,
you right.
To capitalize on what you were saying, like, it definitely puts the agenda for white America when him and Sleepy Joe was having their debate, and he
Don't call
wouldn't-
that nigga Sleepy Joe. They trying to say he got dementia. They call that nigga Sleepy Joe because he got dementia. Don't call that nigga that. That nigga said Sleepy. That's
yeah, the debate. And they asked them, to me, it was the most specific question, the most important question of the entire damn debate, is when they asked him to condemn the white supremacists.
I knew that. I knew he was going to say that. Yeah.
And once he did not do that, and he literally said what? He said, stand
Told
by.
the Proud Boys,
stand by, stand down, stand by.
Stand down and stand by.
Yeah.
That
they
right
did.
there ignited a whole motherfucking white revolution.
And they
But
did because
why,
a couple days ago they
But for
finally
me-
stopped standing by.
But for me though, for me though, why
did
did it take him? Why did it take for him to say that to finally realize what was going on?
Right.
How I knew Trump's, whether I can say, because I don't know Trump personally.
Yeah.
I don't even know this nigga. I don't even watch him enough to even really give a fuck.
Right.
I just see what I see, and then I got to do my research for when I need to know, know my shit. I'm gonna give y'all a story.
Sort time.
I went to, on my birthday 2 years ago, 2019, me, Ariel, and Paul went to Pismo Beach. And Pismo Beach is where you ride the dirt bikes and you ride the quads and everything.
I remember those pictures.
Yeah, the
Right. So we riding, right? We go all the way to the back of the dunes. Like, we just going crazy. Going stupid on that motherfucker, right? So we get to the back. We get tired. We posting up. Paul got stuck in the dune. He went too far down. He a big nigga. So when you go too far down, it's the sand. It
Fluctuates.
the sand is a little softer back there. You know what I'm saying? So we had to get this nigga out. So we finally get out, and I look at Ariel. I was like, "Hey, stop right here." I told Paul, I said, "Hey, stop." I saw one white boy on a dirt bike. He had a Klan flag on the back of his dirt bike. Like, you know how they put on the flags on the back of the dirt bike, they stand tall. It was tall, and it had a Klan flag on the back. So I'm like, cool, we just waited out. Let him go by.
Yeah.
It's only 3 of us. It was maybe like 3 or 4 of them at the time. I was like, let them go by. Don't want no smoke. Trying to just being smart. You know what I'm saying? We all the way in the back. We don't, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no rangers around here to help. We don't know what they got. We ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? So after that, 3 more go by. 5 more come by. 7 more come by.
Did they see him?
Then you hear yeehaw.
8 more come by. No, they're not cowboys. Next thing you know, it's at least 20 of them. And they all got the Trump flag. I'm talking about big ass, like Trump flags the size of this couch. They driving trucks, all like trucks, ATVs. It looks like a fucking Klan rally. Yeah. Trump flags and Klan flags put together. So that's all I needed to know for me to say,
I'm never going back.
Not even because I'm going back. I won't let nobody pump me out of going nowhere. But I'm just saying, like, that just lets me know which agenda he was pushing.
Right.
Yeah.
And for the black people who voted for Trump, I'm not even gonna be mad at you or upset because I don't know why you're doing that. Mm-hmm. But from what I see, the majority of the people who are voting for Trump and who are standing solid by Trump are those type of people, the white supremacists, the people that are pushing the bully agenda.
Right.
America, and I know I'm just talking right now, but America, we're bullies. Oh, we bullied every country that even thought about fucking with us. Yeah. We love that shit. That's why America, the majority, loves Trump. He's a fucking bully. He gonna make you. That nigga sat up there and talked about somebody's dead son.
Yeah, he for sure did.
He sat up there and talked about somebody's dead son, and then his other son that was, what is he? Honorable discharge?
Oh, John McCain.
Yeah,
it's about John McCain's son.
Nigga, I'm talking about Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, yeah.
Joe
Biden was about to get in that ass.
He was talking about both of his sons. Yeah. Like, for you to stoop that low to win presidency and then you get support behind that, it just shows me what America was built on. You know, you came here and bullied the Native Americans out of their land. Bruh. And then you push far west, and then you push the Mexicans down south. Because, you know, California was a part of Mexico at one point in time.
Yeah. California is Mexico, goddamn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? San Francisco, San Fernando, San Bernardino. You know what I'm right, San Jose. You know what I'm saying?
He said San Cremento.
No, Sacramento. That's a Latin word.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it means to be sacrificed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, it's deeper. Yeah. To me, it's deeper than just the votes. Fuck the votes, because these people gonna ride with this man when he out of office.
Oh man.
For life.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they're trying to get him impeached.
Yeah.
By what he did, so that he can never.
That was an act of, and that goes back to my point that's an act of terrorism. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how Hitler got to be Hitler. Yep. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you convince a certain group of people that these people ain't shit. These people are this. If they not with us, they against us. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's dictatorship.
Yeah, for sure.
What I can't, one thing I cannot understand is after that happened, the whole storm in the castle. Like I was telling y'all earlier, I posted on Facebook. After y'all seen what just happened, do y'all still support Trump? And I just didn't, honestly, I'm not a politician. I don't study politics. Mm-hmm. I just watch. I'm not no fool. I pay attention to what's going on in the world.
Right.
As I should.
Got to now.
Shit, I got a kid. I got to know what's going on. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to sit here, like, honestly, keep it lit. I don't like neither one of the candidates that we got right now.
Same.
Fuck them. But I picked the better of the lesser evil. I picked the lesser evil, which would be, in this case, Biden.
Yeah.
But... hold on, let me just go to the post and read. You feel me?
Yeah, I want to know what everybody was saying under that post when you said, "Do you still support?"
Yeah, because I'm not gonna condemn them. Like, they are entitled to their opinions, but it's just crazy to see that y'all would still defend a man who incited an act of violence on the White House. That's crazy.
I struggle sometimes too, because at my workplace, there's a couple of people that are Trump supporters.
Yeah.
But I'm like, are you supporting him because of financial reasons or racial reasons, or there's no line between?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
I ain't asking yet.
Oh, I'm like, that's a
but
good
I'm like
question.
literally questioning myself. Like, I don't want to work here.
Same shit. I don't know if y'all know the dancer CJ Salvador.
Yeah.
Same thing. I guess he posted like, I don't support Black Lives Matter, and the whole dance community got on him. But you know, he's a friend of mine, so I text him. I'm not gonna do the social media shit with nobody that I consider somebody a friend.
Yeah,
I'm gonna text you. Right, I'm gonna text you. It's like so same what you said. Can you explain to me, like, what do you mean, like Black lives in general or the organization?
Yeah.
He said the organization, and I understood. I understood because I did a little research on myself on the Black Lives Matter movement.
It could be organized and done better. Yeah. In a lot of ways.
And it's a lot of things that I'm just like,
Yeah. It's still a thing to me to say you just flat out don't support it. Like,
but he made the idea of he made the point, of saying it's not that I don't care about Black people. I don't care about the organization and what they stand for.
What does he think they stand for?
We didn't get that deep into the conversation.
Yeah. Sounds like that's a good question.
But I made it a point to say, because I'm Black, and as your friend, you saying this makes me feel like you don't appreciate my life. Yeah. Right. And he said that's not the case. When it comes to politics and what they want to do, like he went along the lines of like abolishing the funding for the police department, and he was naming. I can't say it, like I don't remember the full.
I get where you're going though.
But he was saying, like, he was making those points of like, why, and they had nothing to do with race per se.
So he doesn't support the political moves and choices that the
right. So I said, you know what,
be careful with his words,
and that's what I told him. I said,
like you said, as your friend, like that hits you hard. And
you I'm like, nigga,
like back it up before you actually use those words.
Because one, you're not Black.
Yeah.
So when you say fuck Black Lives Matter or I don't really care about Black Lives Matter,
it's a bold statement.
That's vague as fuck. I need you to explain. That's something you have to explain.
Say, whoa,
like I don't care what you feel like, but now you got to tell me.
Yeah.
Say, hold on.
You know what I'm saying? But he made it clear. And as somebody like myself, I'm very understanding and I'm very sympathetic on how we all grow up differently, and I and everything. So I understood. He made it a point to make it clear to me where he stood.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? I don't agree, but I respect that. But as long as you care about my life, politics aside, we good. I ain't got to be your best friend or nothing like that. We good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I respect your perspective. You know what I'm saying? So that was just kind of like what Ale said off of his job. That whole situation.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Tori. No, Tori, she been holding out. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, were you guys shocked that what happened? Like, does it shock you, or you're like, nah, it doesn't?
No.
Nah, I wasn't shocked at
that is white.
They
people
said they was gonna do that.
That's white people being white. When they don't get their way, shit happens.
But wasn't it crazy to watch it and be like, dang, I'm not even like.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't give a fuck.
Oh man, it's I was crazy on the news watching like, this is crazy.
Because you know why I didn't care? Because it's white people when white people business. That's white people business.
Right.
White people storming the Capitol because of other white people. That's none of my business. That's none of my business.
I was at home playing games. Like,
right. I was on Call of Duty.
Crazy. Damn.
That's, like, you know what I'm saying? How we tell white people to stay out of black people business. This is black folk business. Same thing. It's like, oh, that's what you bit. Yeah. All right, go ahead, handle that.
But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna read this thing I posted because some of the responses I got were a little interesting. Not gonna name no names, you know.
Nah, don't do all that.
But they
don't get no clout off us.
Unless you like and subscribe.
Right. Come on with the.
But no, seriously.
But no, seriously, yeah, do that.
Right.
But so I went to the Facebook thing, and then I literally just put y'all still support Trump, or have you finally changed your mind? And I was like, I'm not gonna judge you, but I'm gonna think you're weird because that shit's kind of weird.
Oh, I did see that post.
Yeah, and then after that, I put why, and when I put why, even though I put LOL after it, because people probably thought like, oh, what? But no, I said why, like genuinely speaking, because to me it's very interesting how Trump supporters think.
Right.
It's very interesting because I'm like, what side are you seeing? Are you seeing him as a president, or are you seeing him as him?
Right.
And the shit and the bullshit that literally comes out of his mouth.
Right.
And so, you know, and then I was like, since I know I have friends on here who showed unyielding support for the man, you know, have you been paying attention to his irresponsible, disrespectful, and like just rash actions in general? Like the man wants to be Vladimir Putin so bad.
So bad.
Like, but he wants to be his best friend, and Putin's over here like, this is dumb.
Putin like, look at this dumbass nigga over here. He laughing over there like, look at it. He look at him trying to be like, that shit ain't, hey, that ain't gonna work. He said, somebody come look at this.
Look at this.
The goddamn Trump.
Look at the cat drinking at the ball. Yeah, the ball. Nah, but yeah, on that note, you know, and I also let everybody know, like, I'm a neutral party in this whole thing. Like I said before, I don't really support either side, but for my sake, for the human's sake, for black people's sake, for everyone's sake, that dude's a child. So, and then one response I got, literally, he says, you know, so let me get this straight. You justify BLM not only looting and terrorizing innocent citizens, but burning down multiple cities across the country for months. But you lose your cool and put responsibility on Trump for some odd reason, in parentheses, for a group of dumbass people who barged into the Washington, D.C. Capitol building for all of an hour. The one thing I definitely noticed is how the media broadcasted this in comparison. Now,
he must have been watching Fox News.
I about to say, what the hell was he watching?
Right. And I post stuff to see people's reasons, but like, again, I'm not the one to go into heated debates on Facebook. I just want to see your reasons.
Yeah.
And then I just look at it like that. I'm like, okay, that's where you stand. You know? And I thought that was I was like honestly surprised at that response after seeing what happened. Because I didn't look at it as, you know, one, we're talking about the White House.
Right.
We're talking about the White House.
Not the streets.
Not the Capitol building of Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
The White House. Yeah. This house has been here for how long? With all the presidents.
Yeah.
Forever.
And, you know, and it's just like.
Forever.
And yes, the responsibility is on Trump. Like, this man is the president of the entire country.
He orchestrated that.
He literally incited the entire thing before it happened.
So what is his overall point? What is his point? Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. So that was the whole thing he put.
But I feel like he's trying to say, like, you get bothered by some dumb people, what he want to call them dumb people for storming the Capitol, but then the people that was trying to bring awareness to Black lives and that they do matter, he felt like it doesn't compare. Like, it's like, how that's just people being dumb. So, like, what are you trying to say that we was doing?
Right.
Like,
it's even deeper than that, because I'm going to simplify it like this to whoever posted that. So, post this clip on your on your Facebook to respond to that dumbass post. Now, it's not even rioting for Black Lives Matter movement. We're rioting because we are not getting justice over the blood that was spilled.
For no reason.
For no apparent reason.
No reason.
And then to justify it and say that, oh, they were a criminal. They had a criminal history. They did this and that. You're justifying a murder.
Right.
You're an asshole.
Yeah. What happens?
So hold on, wait, let me finish.
Go ahead.
So that's just one, because that pissed me off low key. Yeah. So that's the Black Lives Matter. We're rioting because we're not getting justice for losing somebody. People are getting killed. This is not people. Right. This is not made up.
Right.
They're rioting because they didn't get their fucking way.
Right.
They didn't get a vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're mad because in history, Black people aren't the majority of voters. So it's a landslide when it becomes the majority because they can vote whoever they want. This is the first time we actually got fed up with some bullshit, and we actually got out there in the polls and started voting. Now they think it's rigged. Little do they know there's a lot of us.
Yeah. Y'all surprised now.
Y'all surprised at how many people are actually voting.
No, they're scared. That's why they act
the
way they act.
Right, because they know.
They feel like, oh shoot, like we don't have control anymore.
Exactly.
We don't have control anymore.
That's exactly what I was getting into. But to that dumbass post, somebody losing their life, voters.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I don't think he thought of that. Obviously,
Thank you. Thank you for saying that, because that's exactly where my mind was at.
Right. Like,
because I was like, that's why I didn't want to go, because I know if I would have said something.
And you know me, I'm Dr. Umar Johnson on Facebook, man. I'm a politician on Facebook. a comedian on Twitter, a model on Instagram, and a sex slave on Snapchat.
Wait, what you on TikTok?
I don't know. A child.
But no, like, you know, and there's more. Like, I mean, we even have people who posted too, like,
yeah,
I supported Trump until yesterday, and then they changed like their opinion of him.
Right.
And so, and then his conversation went on, you know, and I'm just like,
oh, he kept going.
Yeah, because my brother.
Counter. Right. Yeah.
Ooh, what was he saying?
And when like,
I don't even want to hear what you got to say.
I'm not gonna put the whole conversation out. You can go on my Facebook and see the status.
Say who else had a different opinion? Like,
there's another opinion.
You good back
I'll
there?
read it.
Oh.
He's like, you breathing?
Right.
But not. And then there's one person who said, you know, supported Trump up until yesterday. When he initiated the takeover at the Capitol, that was it. I liked how he kept most of his promises, but to pull an all-out raid was fucked up. One thing about the raid is when they took over Pelosi's office. And then people were yelling, where's our money? Because if the pig head in front of her garage didn't send a message, then this would have too. And I don't know if you guys follow what was going on in the news. Pelosi is like, you know, somebody who definitely doesn't support Trump.
Explain to the viewers.
So
quick rundown. You ain't gotta get
look up Pelosi.
Right.
You'll know who she is. There was some shit that went down. She was basically targeted. Some people was throwing like, you know, warnings and shit in front of her actual home address.
So threats.
Yeah. And when these people broke into the White House, her office was one of the primary targets that people was going to and started trying to prove a point. You know. And
that's crazy.
He was basically saying like she deserved that shit.
So everything that they projected we was gonna do, not even we, Black Lives Matter was gonna do, they're doing. Shit, we only looted Target. It took a couple little Target items. These niggas, the whole Capitol is gone.
The White House.
Right. It's just like, nigga, don't nobody care about, nigga.
Like, they shouldn't have even gotten close, to be honest. Like that.
They said to let it happen. I just watched.
Wait, hold on. That's my next.
Okay.
That's my next.
Okay,
the how is coming. The how is almost there. But for that, I just feel like I get it.
Get what?
Your support for Trump.
Yeah, and I respect that he realized like, okay.
No, not him.
No, I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say, not that first motherfucker that he was talking. But the second one, I get it. And then to Rosa, was it Rosa Parks? No, it wasn't Rosa Parks. Harriet Tubman said something that's so deep. So deep. And it just goes to like the cult-minded type people. Mm-hmm. She said, Ale, you know this one? You know, I know you know this one. I could have freed more slaves if they knew they were slaves.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
It's, to me, I feel like that state of mind is so deep. You get so blinded by something that you have to go through something dramatic or traumatic for you to realize, like, wait a minute, this ain't it. Yeah. And for that second person, he probably was like, oh, Trump. Yeah. You know, political views, Trump. Exactly. And then like, wait a minute, you took over the Capitol, bro? Like, you sent people to that's not patriotism.
Yeah.
Literally.
Did you hear his apology too? Trump's
it's
apology?
treason. That's exactly what it is. Nah, what'd he say?
So he was pretty much saying that it sucks that, you know, they lost, and he was like, you guys, we got to go peaceful, but you know, we still lost, and it's I feel like he had to do it, and it was recorded. Yeah. It wasn't live, like Joe Biden gave a live, he was live, and Donald Trump, he only had to do it because Joe Biden called him out to do it. Mm-hmm. It had to be seconds after, and it wasn't really apologetic. It wasn't you know, it was almost still like another signal, y'all just, okay, hold up for a little second,
we're going to do this again tomorrow, please.
Yeah,
he said, stay down for now. We lost the battle, not the war.
Yeah, pretty much. And it just pissed me off that it was even up there. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy.
Right.
This is crazy that this is happening.
Again, this is the White House.
Yeah.
Wait. Let that have been 5 niggas
Bro, 5. Let it be me. Let it could have just been me walking up to the steps.
Oh, you'd have got popped.
Right.
But let it have been 5. The world would have come to an end because FBI, CIA, National Guard, the police, security, mall cops, yo cops, Jesus, all the disciples, top flight security, Craig and Day Day,
of the world,
everybody,
your babysitter,
the babysitter, everybody would have been in front of the Capitol protecting it for those 5
straight up though.
Black people.
How many people walked up to the California Capitol when Huey P. Newton went up there? It wasn't a lot.
It wasn't a lot, but they were armed. They knew their Second Amendment rights.
Now check this. I don't think this is a direct correlation or connection, but as they were leaving, they were like, "We're gonna go back and get a beer. We're gonna come back though with guns." Do you think after that blatant threat, after they were gracefully guided
escorted out,
Yeah.
They was helping that old white lady out, kicked her ass down the stairs.
Right.
A little pass on the butt, good game. Come back.
Right.
Do you think now they gonna take it more serious? Like, I think it was Lindsey Graham or something like that. He said, there must have been really something wrong with y'all reconnaissance if y'all didn't see this coming and planned appropriately. Because he was terrified because he was in there when it happened.
Bro, you see how many people quit the next day?
Yep.
Bro, half the cabinet gone. They said, "Yeah, no, I'm done."
Yeah,
That's
that's
bullshit.
terrifying. Like, this is the Capitol. This should not happen.
And that was their whole plan.
To make
Pump
people
fear.
quit.
Yeah.
Push you out.
They're trying to make.
That's what
Biden has
America.
no support when he's
That's what
running.
white America has done from the beginning of time. Like I said earlier, to the Native Americans, to the Mexicans, to the black people who were here on American soil before the slaves got here, because there were Africans here. Don't ever get that twisted. They pushed us all the way out. And I'm not blaming all white people. I'm not saying all white people are evil. That's not what I'm. This is not a hate white people agenda propaganda. This is not that at all. But what I'm saying is, because America was built on the backs of slaves, natives, and the Mexicans for the Europeans, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like. Nigga be fed up. Nigga be fed up recording this. Nigga just fed up, bro. Anyways, like, okay, going back to the how. Like, how did they let this happen? Kind of like off what you were saying. Like, how did they let this, like, I genuinely don't understand. We was talking about Olympus is falling off camera.
Yeah.
Bro.
It was harder to get through there with this one dude helping the president. Like,
Crazy part is, it's crazy. It's going back and watching the videos of them storming the castle, and watch. There was a video. Where there's literally SWAT armed and ready, bro, just standing there, right? And in the background, you see people just full blown sprinting towards the White House, just running up in the house.
He's 100
And the
bucks.
SWAT literally goes like this in the video. He goes. So I'm like, man, if that shit wasn't planned,
Yeah.
come on, SWAT. Literally watch, just turn around like.
and what's crazy is it goes a level deeper, because half the SWAT might be Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Half the police force might be Trump supporters.
For sure. That's exactly how it happened and
Right.
why.
Right.
Like, that's why people was getting passed through.
Yeah, turn the mic, nigga, so we can hear you.
check.
There it is. You know what I'm saying? And that, like you said, Tori, that's like the how. But I heard the night shift wasn't nothing to joke around with. I seen some clips on
They wanted
Twitter.
to go home.
The night shift, them niggas was throwing niggas off the side of the thing. They was pushing old women and shit,
Hey, look, I
kicking
gotta
people.
get home.
I said, yo, the night shift, they didn't vote for Trump. They, the night shift, they was like, this
Obama.
Sparta.
You got my ass out here.
Right, he said, I done got, nigga, I could have been at home with my wife.
Right.
That's what they all probably said, or husband.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
They gotta switch shifts, goddamn.
But
Shit.
there were unfortunately there were I think it was 5 deaths that took place.
5? I thought it was just
4. Like one lady got shot, and then 3 were emergency. They died because they went to the emergency room.
And they died because of the. But there was also an officer too.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Did he die?
I think it was like 5.
Damn.
But I know the one that's been going viral is the white lady.
The one that got shot.
The one
But
that got
here's
shot.
my thing about that.
Now I was just about to ask you, how do y'all feel about that?
I don't look. I don't care.
I knew it was coming. I knew
Y'all
it was
know
coming.
me.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
Cause I look at it this way. Bitch, you shouldn't have been in the house. You try to run into the chamber. Look, no. You try to run it.
He
First of all,
said,
no.
cut this nigga mic off. Cut the mic.
No.
Nah, but say how you feel though.
Exactly. There was a clip of her driving to the White House.
Yep.
Already ready to run up in the motherfucker. She recorded a whole video. Mad as fuck.
So it's premeditated.
Premeditated as
Right.
fuck. If that's not, come on, bro. And then
that's conspiracy.
right. And then people are like surprised that she got shot. Like, bro, you ran up into the White House.
Was
the
it
White
about a
House.
rubber bullet in her throat, or was it a real bullet?
No, she got popped. Nigga.
Yeah,
pop.
ain't no rubber bullets at the White House.
Ain't no,
What the fuck?
niggas ain't shooting
saying.
rubber at no White House with the president in it.
That wasn't
nigga.
the White House.
lead.
Though. It wasn't the White House.
It wasn't. It was the Capitol.
It was Capitol Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, the Capitol
Okay,
Hill.
then all right. Delete everything I said this whole time. I was saying White House. Y'all just gonna let me say it. I said it like at least 10 times.
I mean, it's white.
Right.
It looked like
Hey, I was gonna let
big-ass
you
White
House.
rock.
Look like a
I was gonna let
plantation
you
house.
rock. Fuck it, because I knew your frustration. So I was like, I tell the nigga.
All right. Well, I apologize for the inaccurate information. But anyways,
y'all niggas knew what he was talking about,
right?
Yeah. The Capitol.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just don't care.
I don't give a fuck. And you know, I'm not even big because I'm a very respectful person. So I don't give a fuck respectfully.
Hashtag.
Messy.
Because you try to storm into the chambers where they're literally counting the votes. So one, y'all don't even know what the outcome gonna be.
Right.
2, you're going into a place that's heavily, guarded and sanctioned for something that's is for the whole country.
But they're
You don't think there's people that like is there, like you see everybody outside with guns, so you don't think there's people inside with guns?
But that's the epitome of white privilege.
Oh yeah. Most
That's like the
definitely.
definition of white privilege.
Absolutely.
Most
They
The fact
got
that they
guns.
think that they can go in there and do that mess. is
Yeah.
white privilege.
Like, they got guns, but guess what? I got
Right.
privilege.
Right.
He said my
Right.
white privilege is bulletproof, y'all.
They literally found another
No,
way.
it ain't.
No, it's
She
not.
found
She
that
died.
out real fast,
I was just about to say that.
and that's not even a
It's
joke.
Not funny. Yeah, I
It's
can't
not
laugh
funny.
At that.
It's not. It's. That's
But
the
she
thing.
died.
I say I don't care. It's not funny. I don't care because one, you shouldn't have put yourself in such a stupid ass position. Like, come on. Now,
Okay,
you know
all
this
right, but
was-
let me ask y'all this though. Wait, Tori, I want to hear what you. Wait, no, I'm gonna just say what you gotta say. Hold on. I'm just going.
Because I was gonna say, because on that note, it's just like how white people were saying about all the black
I was just about to say
people
that.
who got shot, mowed down by the police,
Mm-hmm.
and all these white people's out here saying you shouldn't have put yourself in that position.
Right,
You should have just did what the officer said, but
right.
the officer didn't say nothing. The officer just came out and just started
Shooting.
shooting motherfuckers. So
The officer shot Tamir Rice 2-3 seconds after he got out the car.
right,
So I mean, there was no complying at all.
right,
Right.
and so it's the same energy. I'm giving that same energy. I don't care. She shouldn't have walked up in that house. It's just like this. Where we grew up, if somebody you didn't know would have walked up in your house, what's gonna happen? Walk up in your house.
Nigga, well, as I
hostile
grew up,
fuck.
as of now, if you walk into my house and I don't know you, you might get mowed the fuck down.
talking about,
I'm gonna call the police.
gun compartment.
Come get this nigga. He bleeding on my floor. Sweep this nigga up, cause, yep.
It's like you don't. It's just like I'm just saying. Like as black people, it's something like we grew up on. Don't like.
It's common
And
sense.
yeah, exactly. But it's just like it's more common because I know a lot. To me, I grew up seeing white people just leaving their front doors open.
Well, common sense ain't so common. Mama always told me that.
Exactly. Yep. It's a rare thing, honestly. But it's just you don't walk up into somebody's house you ain't invited into
Right,
with the attitude.
right. Tori, how you feeling?
I care about all like people and
What about animals?
I don't animals.
What about
too.
the mink that
I
you
mean, I
killed to
still
get
be
this?
eating
No, I'm
them,
playing.
That's a polar bear. What you talking about?
No, I mean, I care about animals and people, period. Like, I don't think anyone should die. But like you said, I wouldn't say like, oh, she deserved it. But I don't want to even say she had it coming, because I wouldn't want that to be my family member and someone say that. That's the only reason why I kind of hesitate to say it. And I feel where you're coming from, because we've been disrespected with all the deaths that's been happening. Who knows what people have been saying about
every single one.
Exactly.
They mocked what's his name? What's brother name?
George Floyd.
George Floyd on the stairs.
It became the George Floyd challenge.
And nobody did nothing.
And that's why, what's her name? The white lady?
Ashley Babbitt, I think.
Yeah, that's why she became a meme on Instagram or Twitter.
And I
it's
like
karma.
And like what Tori said.
Let Tori finish.
I just want to. I gotta respect what Tori said. Like, I do wish she still had her life, mind you, because like I said, she didn't need to die, but she put herself in such an idiotic position.
She's a martyr,
and even talked about it.
She ain't no damn martyr.
No. I'm gonna speak upon it
for white people.
No. Hold on, keep going.
Go ahead. No, I want to hear what you're saying.
No, but let Tori finish.
Yeah, let Tori finish.
I was just pretty much saying that, like, you know, just because it is a life, and I don't think anyone's life should be taken from them, but she did put that on her life to go up and do something crazy like that. It's like saying you're gonna jump off a building and hope you don't die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, it's, you kind of brought that on yourself, but I don't wish any death on anyone's family member, because that is somebody's family member. Absolutely. That is somebody's mother, grandma, whatever the case might be. So I mean, I'm sorry that did have to happen.
Like, I can't imagine how upset her family is about
Rest
that.
in peace to her.
Yeah,
I will say that. But you play stupid games,
you get stupid results.
Yeah. Right, you get stupid prizes.
See, I can't.
For me, I look at it. Okay, look at it like this though. Let's look at it as let's put it in some hood terms. If you a Crip or a Blood, and you decide you got an issue. Okay, let's say I'm a Blood. I got an issue with another gang. They could be Crips, Vice Lords, whatever. The Mexicans over there, whatever. I'm going to say some shit online. I'm going to just say the whole shit that you said. Yeah. Say some shit online about them. Mm-hmm. Post it. Mm-hmm. Go into their hood with an attitude. And expect nothing to happen to me.
Crazy. Nonsense.
Like, think of, like, put it into some, on some our terms.
Right.
That shit don't even make sense to me. To me, I won't say nobody deserves to die.
Right. Ever.
I won't say that. I won't go as far as saying that. But if there's a fire and you stick your fucking hand in it,
you gonna get burned.
You gonna get burnt.
Toasty.
And she got hit right in the stomach with it.
It might be burning.
Technically in the neck.
You know what?
She got hit in the neck?
In the neck.
Oh, I thought she got. Well, see, but that's the thing though. Like, even when I tell my partners, like, when they, you know, some people do stupid shit, like, bro, we about to do this, like, you know, I ain't gonna say, but you know, it's like, all right, nigga, like, you my family, I love you, I fuck with you, I ride with you to the end, but
every action has a reaction.
Right. You gonna have to deal with those consequences.
I think they went in prepared for consequences. That's why I think she was a martyr. So check it out.
I don't believe that.
A martyr, by definition, is somebody who dies for their belief, right? She may not have thought that she was going to be the one that dies, but I think the method, what was that app, the Parler app? Yeah. I think it was strategized to instill fear and to be like, yo, we been said we could start a civil war. We been said we could do this.
I don't believe that.
Which part?
I believe that they privileged. I believe that they felt like they were going to all walk out of there safe, unharmed.
Yeah, maybe I think.
Oh, you know what? So
I get what you're saying, brother.
I believe there was so many. No, I don't.
I'm saying that white privilege for them.
That white privilege makes them feel invincible.
Blinded.
I mean, they feel like Trump is on their side too.
That's why, because if they went there ready to die, they would have went there armed. They went I think all of them went there unarmed. There was no shootouts. There was nothing of that matter. They went there like, we can go unarmed, nigga. They ain't nobody gonna tell us nothing.
Right.
You go somewhere like that unarmed, you have balls. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not walking in nobody else's hood and I ain't strapped.
Bruh. You don't think Trump was like, hey, you guys can go in there. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry. I got my cops.
Probably.
You know.
They probably talked about it.
It's not even
Trump, the header of the Parler app.
Trump didn't even have to say anything directly. It was just Time after time after time, the words he said.
He did. He said January 6th is going to be a historical day. He said it. It's been planned. They talked about it on Parlay or Parlor. The white people talk about it on Facebook all the time. I'm getting off Twitter. I'm getting off because they banned Trump. They banned it. We going to the Parlay app, the Parlor app, whatever it's called. Y'all are that's conspiracy.
Yeah, that's treason.
It's
treason.
They talk about Antifa. It's like, but nigga, y'all
Trump
are Antifa.
Right.
So
to go back to the martyr, she is going to be seen as a martyr by the cats in Parlor.
Don't nobody give a fuck.
They're gonna use her life
to incite more dumb
because
shit.
the power of the internet is way too strong for even that to happen. She already a meme. They've been making memes for the last 3 days of her.
Bro.
She no martyr. Don't nobody give a like. At the end of the day, like I'm not saying this disrespectfully, but don't nobody give a fuck. Like even Tyler said, I don't care.
You're right.
Don't nobody care. You set yourself up for that. You are not a martyr. You don't have a really good purpose of doing that. There was no purpose of storming the Capitol. Why? Because you didn't get the fucking votes that you wanted.
Because you lost.
Because your daddy lost. You get what I'm saying? Like that don't even make no like. It's pissing me off right now. But that don't even make no sense. Like really, you thought this was the Boston Tea Party? Blood was shed at the Boston Tea Party. Remember that? A lot of blood was shed. You get what I'm saying? Or taxes. You get what I'm saying? So like, that's what they do. When I do mean the majority of white people in America. That's what they do. When they don't get their way, they go to war. The Civil War. That happened. It wasn't over no slaves.
Hell no.
It wasn't over no slaves. They didn't get their way. They didn't want people to take their jobs. They didn't want. It's a fucking tantrum they throw, and then it happens, and then we have this big historical event like this. Stop. Everything that they project on us to do, when I mean us, I mean people of color, black, brown, Asian, Latino, everything they think that we gonna do, they're doing.
Projection.
When Biden gets in, they're gonna try to take our rights from us and this and that. Ain't nobody talk about taking your rights, bitch. We just want rights for us.
Yeah.
We not taking nothing we don't have.
We asked for a simple thing.
It's crazy. We literally ask for equal rights.
Fuck equal rights. Nigga, I asked you to stop shooting me.
Right.
I'm asking.
And you saying no because nigga, I got a fucking felony, bro.
Right.
Yeah. You saying that, nigga? Fuck you and everything you stand for. That's how I look at it.
Yep.
And I'm upset now, nigga. Mosi is mad, nigga.
You said, well,
say what you want to say, nigga. I don't care. Clickbait or whatever, nigga. I'm upset. Look, I ain't got my defensive stance. Nigga, I'm balling up my fist and everything. Like,
change your voice and everything.
Right, nigga, like, shit got me upset. But it's like, but that's like, and that goes into another point that I have. We live in two different fucking Americas. Yeah. And somebody else, I think it was
Why you say two different?
We live in two different Americas.
We don't think we do?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because our experience of being a black person in America has been completely different from the moment we got here from white people. We don't have those same privileges.
Yeah.
We never had those same. Granted, there were black people in office back in the day. They just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And so it's a nigga on a $2 bill. His name is John Hanson. Look it up. You laughing, but I'm serious. I'm dead ass serious.
That's not why I was laughing.
That's why they discontinued the motherfuckers. But anyway, that's another conspiracy. But what was I saying?
Fuck white people.
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't saying that.
Yeah.
Two different.
Two different Americas. Because the way we live is different, and that goes with the whole when we talked about Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
When you got money, it could be similar, but at the same time, they treat you like them because you only got money, not because you're a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we live two different worlds. Like, we don't have a privilege. No matter how much money we got, no matter how big of a house we got, no matter what neighborhood we live in, we always gonna be considered black. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like
we can't take our skin off.
Right. Like, how tall is your husband?
6'3".
Big as hell, by the way, if y'all don't know him. Yeah, nigga, big as hell. He's 6'3". I'm guessing he probably over 220 pounds.
He's like 215.
Built, muscle. Y'all got to see this man. Look, listen.
Thank you.
Look, listen.
I know.
She's like, oh, thank you, Daddy.
He got me this
But in a
ring.
serious note,
but
like,
mind your business.
but in a serious note like that, 6'3", 215 pounds, muscle. Cop pull him over, he's gonna feel threatened. He's gonna feel like he's gonna feel less of a man.
Or they're only gonna let him go because they're like, oh, he's a football player, I know him.
Right.
Oh, my son is, you know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
the only reason why he would be let go.
That's that privilege that we were talking about. Like, you have to be either rich or you have to be somebody that they know in sports.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back to the Mandingo fights. It goes back to the gladiators, and putting them in the Greeks, the Romans putting them in the slaves putting them into the fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It goes back to all of that. Like, you have to be something in order for them to respect you. Not even just respect you as a human being, as a person. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
They didn't even fully respect either. Like,
and it's not. It's up to a certain extent.
Very.
No matter how much, because that Trump did an amazing job of convincing the lower class of white people that they are better than the black people who are rich and have money. He did a grand fucking job of doing that. I will give that man that. And that's where I say we live in two different Americas, because a broke white person will tell a rich black person at the end of the day, you still a nigga.
Yeah.
Because I got that power over you. Like, what, nigga? Or with the ER.
They'll do everything in their power to demean them.
Yeah.
It don't
because they know.
And trained us to do it to ourselves.
Because they know. So living in them, I don't have the luxury of put it like this, Tori. The reason why I say there's two different Americas, I don't have the luxury to even think about storming the Capitol.
Heck no.
That's not a luxury that I even acquire. Like, I have.
Can't even ponder the thought.
I can't even think of that. I can barely, I can barely go out of the house, drive around in my regular day and not worry about coming home. That's a luxury.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
To not care, to be free,
Yeah.
to be able to get a job like that because my daddy knows somebody. That's a luxury that we not afforded, unfortunately. Yeah. And then what they tell us is, you guys haven't been slaves. Your grandmother, your mother hasn't been slaves. You guys have the same equal opportunities as us.
False.
No, we don't, because the system was already implemented before we were free.
System was never meant for us to prosper.
Right, because like I just said, it was already in place before we even were free. Mm-hmm. They freed us, didn't teach us how to read or write, freed us and said, all right, go ahead, figure it out.
They didn't think about the next step. They didn't think about what happens when this commodity feels a sense of liberty.
And that's what the fuck is transpiring right now. Yeah. That's why they are afraid. That's why they doing all this shit. That's why they trying to pump fear and this and that. We got guns, this and that, this and that. Well, nigga, you ain't been to the hood, because I know a nigga with a 100-round drum sitting on that bitch right now, ready for anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, we have to fight a lot harder than everybody else. And I'll even go as deep as saying we got to fight harder than the Asians.
Yeah.
We got to fight harder because the Asians, they come here and they get into the system. Yeah. The blue collar system. Change their name to Bill John, from their originated names. They get those blue collar jobs. They get into technology, and they go for and that's just me grazing. I ain't getting too deep into that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about everybody, because I know some Asians that's in there in the hood with me. But but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, we have to fight because we still don't get the same respect. Yeah. Because the majority has even made some of people of color. That's why I have a hard time saying people of color, we all together sometimes, because they even convinced them that they were better than us.
Yeah. Some people still think that.
Right. Because if I walk into a store with a traditional Asian lady, she's always staring at me. Yeah. Like, bitch, hold on, relax, because I'm trying to own this building. Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to own this building. I'm just here to look at the place. Right. Actually. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, we have to fight 10 times harder than a lot of people, and it's every day. It could be frustrating at times. It could be sad at times. It could be.
Should I close that? Sorry.
Yeah, we close it.
Close it.
No, I was seeing if I could hear you. That's why I was like,
Oh, you got it? I got it.
you know what I'm saying? We got the neighbors out here.
That's my husband talking to the neighbors.
Oh.
They only talk to him. They don't talk to me.
He said they only talk to him. They don't talk to me.
Majority of them know who he is, so they've been here as long as us.
Oh.
But not everybody.
But see, that goes back to my point.
Yeah, I was just pulling in today, and the dude was like we get it all the time.
That
here.
goes back to my point.
We're legit the only black people on the street.
Even for you to be like, he only talked to my husband. They know who he is. Just proved my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's said like we gotta
work harder in all fronts.
In all aspects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we live in two different Americas. Like,
I feel what you're
absolutely.
saying. I hear what you're saying now. I didn't know what you meant by that. Because I didn't know if you were trying to say, like, this isn't America. Like, this is...
Nah,
like, no, this is America.
And don't get me wrong. Like, as much as I say we live in two different Americas, I will say that I am proud to be an American. Now, the reason why I say that is because we have ancestors who fought in that war.
Yeah.
In that Civil War.
Yeah.
In the World War II.
Fought for our right to be labeled as African American.
Fought for our rights to be free and looked at as people.
Yeah.
Fought for our rights to be able to live in society. Fought for us to vote. Fought for us to have, not even just to vote, to have a choice in the vote. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this for the camera, for everybody watching. Just because people don't vote, you don't have to say your ancestors fought for you to vote. No, they didn't. They fought for the choice for us to vote.
Look at it this way. This is a conversation I overheard a while back.
He said I overheard them outside talking about it right now.
Nah, I was just with a bunch of friends, and they brought up a funny point. Well, it's not even funny.
They brought up a joke. Wasn't funny. Didn't like it.
It just carries into like how there's Black America, there's White America.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. But
talk to me. Tell me about it.
Black people, we're the only race where you have to say African American. You don't say it you don't call a Russian person Russian American, the Asian dude Asian American.
True.
You don't. When somebody asks you, oh, what is he? And they go, he's African American. Mm-hmm. We literally had to earn that, but everybody else just moved here from wherever they came from.
Right.
By their choice.
I think Jesse Jackson coined that shit.
Yeah.
African American.
We talked about that last season.
Yeah, Jesse Jackson coined that shit.
Mm-hmm. So it's just like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Pissing me off.
sad.
Yeah, I'm getting mad. I'm getting weird, man. I had to calm myself down just now. Oh, I had to look at some Instagram posts.
I started hearing, what is it, Bussy?
All right. This nigga stupid. But nah, it's like I see you. But it's like it's one of them things where it's like I don't know, man. I don't know. I get pissed off like a mug.
So what else is going on in the world today?
Y'all heard what happened to Dr. Dre?
My man Dr. Dre is good.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna even bring that up.
Yeah,
like I told Ariel,
I
said he good. We ain't gonna worry about him.
Yeah, he good.
He good.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, nah, he good.
Same thing. That's the same exact thing I said.
Because I got upset because the way I heard the news, somebody like posted, Dr. Dre is dead, and I didn't even ask nobody. I said, hell no.
Nah, I saw a black and white picture of Dr. Dre. They said, pray for Dre. I said, no, we're not doing that this year.
Right, he good.
We're not doing that this year.
He good.
We're not doing that. Whenever we say pray, no. Try again.
He good.
Go back.
He good.
And figure it out, because that's not what happened.
Because he's good.
Right. But anyway, that's good.
We all like that.
But
y'all see somebody people try to storm his castle?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, they try to rob Dre when he was in the hospital.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Niggas.
We can't have nothing now.
We can't have nothing. We got to fight with them folk and our folk. God damn. Can you leave? Can you niggas leave Dre alone? Please.
God damn.
He already going through enough. Nigga, wife on $1,000 trillion a month. I think that's why he had the aneurysm. Goddamn it.
Probably, right? You like, you want what?
That boy scratched with a K.
What she say, like 2 million? Was it $1 million or something like that a month?
I think that's what
I thought it
Future
was
too.
like,
Future trying.
I thought it was like 900 million.
That's for
900 million, nigga. That's almost $1 billion a month.
Why are we sitting here bullshit? Hold on.
Nigga, that is 100 million away from
Why
$1 billion.
she need that much though? Like, why you need?
If
that
she
much?
said 900 million a month, nigga, Jeff Bezos couldn't even give her that. What? Nigga, you gotta. I'd have been like, girl, you better check my net worth. You better see the accounts.
Oh, no. Whoa. Hey, I'm gonna have to forgive you. I'm just off today. No White House and no 900 million. It was 2 million.
have to forgive you.
What happened?
2 million.
It was 2 million.
2
We
million.
gotta forgive you. You
gonna have to
gotta
forgive
That
me.
nigga. That nigga was 9,000 or 998 million off.
I'm bonus him. Hey, I just got back. I'm recalibrating.
That
Yeah,
nigga
it's
said
okay.
he loading. He's still loading. The software still need to
I'm
be updated.
buffering. Goddamn.
This nigga. But anyways, I know y'all
million.
going back to the whole situation we were talking about. I think I'm calm now.
Okay, good.
Trump got kicked off everything.
Yeah, it's about time. Like, what took you so long?
And a lot of people are upset with it because they feel like they're taking away our First Amendment
Huh?
Yes.
of freedom of speech.
Absolutely.
To me personally,
I don't feel like they're taking it away, but it's just they're making it really hard.
Speak
For
freely,
why?
just not on the platforms of social media.
thank you. That's my
Right.
point. They didn't take it. They didn't say shut up.
Right.
They just said we're gonna take your platform away because you're using it in the way that the policies don't allow
Right.
people to use it.
You're bullying,
Nigga,
discrimination.
I've been in Twitter jail at least 4 or 5
All
times.
last
You ain't
year.
been on
I'm on my 3rd or 4th Twitter account right now, so I've been banned.
You on your third strike?
Right.
Nah, bro. He should have got kicked off of platforms long time ago.
Very long
Shit,
time
damn near
ago.
before he
literally-
became president.
No, I
Weaponized social media.
I give him the freedom of speech. What the hell?
I'm not gonna put Twitter, a social media platform, on the same level as a First Amendment. It's a fucking platform.
Buddy. Buddy. Sherman.
Oh shit, buddy love.
Sherman. You can't win, Sherman. Yes, I can. I will not. Yes, I can.
I hate you.
and that,
But you
and that's how Bubba got his platform.
I'm leaving.
You went into it. You like, what's happening?
I was talking and shit. I turned over.
No,
sorry.
because I burped, and you know how like you burp, but there's like a second gas bubble that come out. I kind of choked off of it, and she saw me. I was like,
I was like, I didn't know what was going on.
and I just say, play it off.
Yo,
But go ahead, what you said.
Sorry.
Freedom of speech, you can't stop it.
Nah. I was just saying, I'm not like people are mad about this whole First Amendment shit, but I'm not about to put a social media platform on the same level as the First Amendment.
Well, one, these social media platforms aren't ran by the government,
Exactly.
so they're
Ran by
only
a
protecting.
dude who created something in his garage.
You post an inappropriate picture on Instagram, they're going to take it off,
Yeah.
or they're going to put that screen over it that says, you could click it if you want to see it,
Yeah.
but this is
Your
out of our
discretion.
You can't
right.
even
Your
post
discretion
it-
is advised, right?
You can't even post a video with a song.
Yeah.
Right.
What happened to that freedom of speech?
So, but when it
Put up a whole
comes to
person's lyrics.
when it comes to somebody can like actually
Find it.
curating an attack on the government, now it's freedom of speech.
Right.
And then when people be like, well, if they could take Donald Trump's rights away from him, what do they think they're gonna do with us? They don't give a fuck about you. Who
are you?
You are nobody. I'm
Right.
telling you that, and I mean that respectfully. I mean, you are nobody to be worried about. Promise you. My mom used to tell me this all the time. I say, my mom be like, I'll be rushing my mom on the phone. I used to sell drugs. Weed. I used to sell weed before it was legal, but you can't. It's statute of limitations. But I'm like, mom, yeah. All right, I'm gonna call you back. I got to my mom's house one day. She was like, why you always getting out the phone with me so fast? Man, the cops be listening. I be trying to get out the phone. Nigga, you selling under a pound. You selling a zip, nigga. You ain't even got a pound of weed. You selling a zip. Ain't nobody worried about you.
She said, "Yeah, you act like you
She said,
selling
"Who you think you
kilos."
is?" She said, "Who you think you is, Pablo Escobar?" I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, she right. Like, maybe.
You ever talking code?
Right.
I had to say,
I ain't
yo.
shit.
Right, but it put it into perspective. Like, nigga, you are this big in this world.
Bruh.
And I'm not saying as a person. I'm not saying as a person. I'm saying like your idea of thinking the government is after you. You have to be somebody for the government to be after first.
Yeah. Right.
You have to be a somebody for you to be silenced.
You have to do something.
You have to do something like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
more than
bro, I'm not gonna lie, like no cap. I'll be
you have. I don't know. Maybe you have to. I don't know. Plan something to overthrow the government or send people to the Capitol. You gotta be, because you didn't get the votes that you wanted. You have to do something. Yeah, you have to do something like that in order to be silenced. You know what I'm saying? Like something that Osama would do. Yeah, something Osama would do.
You gotta be real reckless,
right?
Real reckless,
man.
Something like terrorists.
I be looking at people to be like on this conspiracy shit, like heavy. And don't get me wrong,
Man, I got a partner I be talking to. This nigga think the government is just after everybody.
Yeah.
Little do they know, they don't give a fuck about us because it's too much work.
Right.
It's too much work to monitor everybody in this world.
Right. I be looking at people like, you serious?
like, you start looking around like, you think they after this? You and your
right.
That's
the case. This whole shit is shut down.
Right, you and your little 1-bedroom apartment. You think they after you? All right, now go ahead now, nigga. Because I know they have. I'm chilling in my little apartment. I know they're not after me. I can say whatever I want to. Why? Because I don't have nobody following me.
Right.
If I say I'm about to go do some crazy shit, my friends gonna look at me and say, "Oh, this nigga tripping." we ain't going with you. Right. If I say Tyler Ale, let's go to the Capitol right now and storm some shit because Obama don't.
Shit.
Right. It ain't even gonna happen.
I got bills.
I know you ain't going. That's why I didn't bring your name up. Tori said, I ain't going. What?
No. I am appalled.
You right.
She said, do you see this? You see this?
Right, look at my outfit. Shit.
I am comfy cozy. What you
saying? Roll them.
I ain't going nowhere.
Right, but shoot.
Anyways,
y'all got any last words? Y'all got any last words for the people before we wrap this up?
I still don't care.
Ooh.
About
all of it.
To be completely honest.
Respectfully.
Nah, I said what I said when I said it.
Okay, I said what I said too. Shit, that's white people business. That's between the whites and the whites.
Hey, when we gonna make a TikTok?
I'm just playing. Yeah, when we gonna make a TikTok? Anyways.
Time to make a TikTok.
We're gonna make a TikTok.
We're gonna make a TikTok. That's it for today's episode. It's your boy Long Live Mosi.
Your girl Tori Camille.
And she got back from the day.
And this is the up.
Excuse me.
And this is the up. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Follow us on Instagram. Do all that. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.